Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Here we are again on another day. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Sometimes I forget what day it is. It's Wednesday, and it is the second of August. See, 2nd of August, all day long. And today we're gonna just talk a little bit about the reasoning behind why everybody is so infatuated with Thailand. And I've talked about this before, um, but I want to hear it from you guys. I want to hear it from the people watching. I know some of the reasons. Of course, we'll go over those and we'll talk about them, and we'll figure out why people come here. I got my girl there. She's so beautiful, and I've never met her before. Yeah, okay, those things happen, but what is the real reason why you're here and why you decided to come back, and maybe why are you living here? You know, I mean, there are reasons why. Why are you not living somewhere else? Why are you not living in Portugal? Why are you not living in Mexico or Ecuador or wherever it is? Why are you living in Thailand? Why? That's what I want to know. So anyway, today we're going to talk about that. Right now, the bot 34.29. As long as it stays above 34, we're good to go. It's 85 degrees, high of 91, low of 80, and the feel like temperature is 93 degrees. It's 75% humidity. And today the air quality is shit. Oops, I said a bad word. Now I'm screwed. Um, Today the air quality is not very good. It's at 61. And so there it is. Air quality is moderate. It's not terrible, but it's not great. That's how it goes. Let me see here. I gotta see this. It's already limited. My video is already limited. That's all it takes. One curse word. I can't believe this. Every time I put up a video, I get limited, and then I have to click request review, and then it gets monetized again. But it's a bit irritating. Why is it every single video? So I cannot say one swear word without them limiting my video, and then having to look at it. I'm not allowed to curse at all, which is, you can thank YouTube for censoring me, because there are sometimes when I want to be able to say whatever I want, and I can't do that really on YouTube. That's how it goes. So anyway, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Tokyo Sam again, because he met up with my son yesterday, Alex, who is in Tokyo right now. And I don't know what he's been doing, but he went out with Mr. Sam last night, and they had a few beers, and he took him around and showed him around. So thank you very much, Sammy. Appreciate that. Thumbs up to you, and also to Alex. I hope you're having a great time in Tokyo. He'll be back in about a week. So that's interesting, because I haven't been there in quite some time. I'd like to go back to Tokyo, but there's a lot of places I'd like to go, and I've been trying to come up with something good. And um, lately I have been watching YouTube. I've been watching this guy, Paul Rizzoli, on Joe Rogan and Lex Friedman, and he's got some great stories. And I'd like to do half of what he's done, but I'm trying to figure something out here in Thailand, a place to go, somewhere completely unknown or fairly unknown or whatever. But I don't want to go somewhere where everybody knows where it is. It's like I can go to Pattaya, and then it's like, okay, big deal. Why is it important? Why is that important? Why is it so important that I go to Pattaya? There's Pattaya videos everywhere on YouTube. There's videos of Pui, the roti girl, everywhere on online. They're everywhere. She's everywhere. So my video is a dime a dozen, really. Carnivore Chronicles, good morning, sawadee kap. Nice to see you here again. Before we get started, remember to smash the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the join button to join and become a member of the site. Also, maybe become a Patreon patron. Buy me a coffee, chat. What is it? Chat app? No, it's not the chat app. It's, what do they call it? CASHAPP. The CASHAPP. Use the CASHAPP. And you can go to my website at anamericaninbangkok.com. Get yourself a shirt. Get yourself a hat. What was funny is I saw Dustin Poirier wearing the hat that is sold on my website, and I believe he had somebody in Louisiana buy it for him, or somebody bought it for him and gave it to him. He was wearing my hat. So, excellent. Even though he lost. That was too bad. Yeah, Roti Lady is popular. It's good. She should continue to hit while the iron is hot, because in a few years there'll be somebody else, and that's how it works. They take over. People will always love her, but people come and go, just like rock stars and just like YouTubers, and this is how it goes. So anyway, so that's what's going on. What else is going on? Let me think here. It's a Wednesday, which it's been a long holiday. Since Friday afternoon, it's been a holiday. Some people took Friday off. They took Friday, then of course Saturday, Sunday, then they took Monday and Tuesday, and then they're taking today. Some people are taking today off. My wife only had Tuesday off, and she's working today. She was working on she's always working. She likes to work. She says she doesn't like to, but I think without it, she'd be like, what do I do? So there's that. And, what is it, August 5th? Is that what it is? Let me think here. Let me see here. August 5th is I believe isn't it the Queen's birthday? It doesn't even say it on this public holiday here. But on August 5th, I believe it's the Queen's birthday. And that's August 12th, excuse me. Maybe it was the King's birthday. No, that was on July 28th. Okay. Asapucha, which is the holiday for Buddhism. And then, of course, you get the Monday. So Monday and Tuesday. So they get that Friday through Thursday, actually Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So the least you're going to get is probably 3 or 4 days, and the most you'll get is 6 days. So that's what's going on here right now. Wonderful. The number of holidays here in Thailand. How many holidays are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my God, I don't even want to count them all. There's a lot. There's probably 40. 40 national observances here in Thailand. Good morning, Mr. Jim. Oh, you're in Bangkapi. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful Bangkapi. Oh, the yellow line. But the yellow line just gave us another option. That's what it does. And the mall, it's been being worked on for months now. And the mall, they opened up the gourmet market a few weeks ago. What do you call it? The food court. They reopened it. and it's been going on for a few weeks. And of course, they've kept the gourmet market open the entire time. They haven't shut that down. It's been open, and there are a few other things that have been open quite some time. But for the most part, most of the mall, I'd say about 90% of the mall has been shut down. I went there yesterday, and not only is the food court open, where they have um, 40 plus restaurants there, and I like a few of them, and I can go to a few of them I can go to Subway once in a great while. I can get the cow soy once in a great while. I can get pad thai or what do you call it, the hoi tod once in a while. I can get a few things. Khao Man Gai is so basic, I don't really like it that much anymore. But okay, I can get all this stuff. However, I went there yesterday, and I looked over and whoa, wait a minute, well, the wall is gone. And I was like, well, I wonder what's around the corner. So I kind of walked down a ways, and now you can walk in through the center of the mall and the left of the mall. And if you go through the center of the mall, many of the shops on the outside are either open or opening. They were opening yesterday. And there's a lot of things that are open now. So it's starting to get back to normal. But the upper floors from the second floor up are still shut down. I don't know when they're going to open those up. None of the escalators work. Nothing there is going on. And Starbucks will be back there in 8 days. So we'll have to go check that out. They have a Moss Burger that is open. They're opening a Cafe Amazon. It's right up in the front. That'll be open. They've got I believe it's a KFC. They got the McDonald's. McDonald's is in the exact same place as it was before. So the mall is starting to get back to normal. So all this really exciting stuff is going on. And of course, the yellow line, as Jim has said, he took it from Tonglor to Bangkapi. And what I'll say about the yellow line is, it's convenient. Most of the time it can be convenient, but sometimes it's better to take the boat. Sometimes it's better to take a taxi. You're gonna need to take the MRT to some places, and I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's great, but am I overwhelmed? Like, I'm so thrilled by it? No, I'm not. It's nice. It's nice that they have it. It's another option. It's another tool for you to use to get around in Bangkok. In Bangkok, it's very easy to get around. You don't have to have an automobile. You don't have to have it. In fact, to me, it's a pain in the neck. I wouldn't want to have a car. I wouldn't want to drive around in Bangkok just because I don't want to be in that position. I don't want to have to be sitting there and then I start nodding off, because that's me. If I'm in a taxi, I'm sitting there for a while, unless I'm with somebody or a couple of people or something like that. If I'm sitting in the taxi for more than about 10-15 minutes, I'm falling asleep. Yeah, I just don't, it's not all that exciting. And I start falling asleep. So that tells you, I'm an old man. What can I say? Anyway, so we want to talk today about who, what, where, when, and why Thailand is your place. What are the reasons for you to be here? Why do you like it? Why do you keep coming back? Why are you not going to other places such as Portugal, or maybe you are, I don't know, but Portugal, Ecuador, Costa Rica. There's all these places, Panama. For some people, Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, other places in Europe that you can go. France, Spain, Italy. There's all kinds of places. So why are you coming here? That's what I want to know today. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know, what are your reasons for coming here? And it doesn't matter if you're a veteran or you're a rookie. Of course, it'd be nice to hear what you have to say. Maybe the rookie's explanation is a little bit different than somebody who's been here a long time, such as myself. Maybe I should just get started. Why am I still here? Well, there's a couple reasons. Why am I still here? First of all, I'm still here because my kids are here. And, this is their home, and thus it is my home. My wife and I were talking about moving back to the U.S. Do we want to do that? And we were like, well, we're taking the kids away from here. Do we really want to do that? Do they really want to do that? So we have to think about that. Nicholas is in school. He's got 2 more years. So do we really want to do that? It's something that we have to give quite a bit of consideration. And that's why we're not moving back. We're not really in a hurry to get back. I've said maybe in 2 or 3 years things will happen. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Hard to beat Thailand. Bang for your buck and overall satisfaction. Okay. The cost of living here, while the cost of living is going up and it is not exactly cheap in some categories here, it's just not. Whatever you want to say, it's not as cheap as it used to be. But it's still cheaper in a lot of ways than some places. I don't subscribe to this, you've only got to have, $500 a month and everything's going to be grand and, that'll be fine. I don't believe that, and I think it's a bunch of BS. So, there you go. But that's one reason why I stayed here, was that the cost of living was pretty good. Bang for your buck. Do you mean that literally, carnivore? Yes, do you? Do you mean that literally? Bang for your buck. Well, that is one reason why some guys come here. Some guys will stay here for that, but I would say the majority of guys, they end up hooking up with somebody. They end up, having that special someone, whether she is a special friend, a girlfriend, a wife, whatever it may be. Guys who stay here, they tend to get hooked up. That's what happens to most guys. A few of them don't get hooked up, and they are here because of the easy access, So there you go. The other thing is that the reason that I kind of stayed with, with the kids and everything like that is when they were growing up, there's something here for just about everybody, which I get into quite a bit. I've gotten into over the years, I've talked about it, where there's something here for everybody. There's the islands, there's the oceans, there are the mountains, there is the jungle, there is the city. What do you want? If you want it, you can have it here. You can go there, you can do it. And so, well, good morning, Bianca. Good morning. But I'd like to know what your reasons, bang for your buck. You can't get that bang for your buck elsewhere. And what I've come up with is in Portugal, in Ecuador, in, say, Italy, Spain, all these other places, I don't see the men easily hooking up with women like they do here, even if the woman is not a good fit for them, as some women are here. They are not a good fit for the men, but the men just take them anyway because they just want a piece of ass. So, will you stop speaking in Spanish? Jesus Christ, man. It's irritating. I don't want to speak in Spanish. We're not speaking in Spanish in this stream. Get it right, man. Jesus Christ. We don't need to speak Spanish here. We don't need to speak. I don't even speak Thai uh, in this stream. So get it straight. All right, what else? Well, it is a hub. Bangkok is a hub. If you, oh God, listen, nobody cares. Okay, nobody cares about what you're saying, Gennaro. Nobody cares. We look at it and we pass it over. You're the one who put your name in Spanish because you want it in Spanish. We don't need to continue to focus on that, though. I don't want to focus on it. That's the whole point. I don't want to focus on you. You know, so that's something else. Anyway, listen, do me a favor with all the people that are coming in now. Start smashing that like button, subscribe, join, hit the Patreon, whatever. Please do that. I would appreciate it. It helps. My reason for going to Thailand is Google Maps, Earth. Okay, very good. Way to go. I'm glad you go there because Google Maps really needs you here. Anyway, now something that a lot of people don't think about is that Thailand is, like I said, Thailand is a hub. And it is a hub for people from all over the world. You're not just getting, some Spanish people here and then maybe you get a few Africans over here. No, that's not what it is. People from all over the world come here. Granted, a lot of them are Chinese and Russian and Indian, but there are a lot of other people that come here. So, I think that's very important too. There are a lot of people who like to be around others. I'm not really one of those people. I like to be by myself. I like the peace and quiet and serenity that goes along with being out in the jungle, out on the beach. I don't like going to the beaches like in Phuket where there's people all over the place on the beach. I want to go somewhere quiet. That's me. That's what I like. I like quiet places. And I have gone from being rowdy and, from being a rowdy 20-year-old who liked to party a lot, who liked to hang out with all kinds of people, and now I really don't anymore. I don't know why. I like to be in the peace and quiet. That's exactly what I like. So, you can have that, or you can have a busy city like Bangkok or Pattaya. Pattaya is a place where there are people all over. Whatever kind of person you want, you can meet them there. Same with Phuket, Chiang Mai, and all these other major places. But some of the jungles here are fantastic. People don't even consider some of the jungles here that Thailand has. Tony, thank you very much. Thailand is my place because of elephants. Well, that's interesting because there is a place that you can go. What is the name of that place? It's not a sanctuary. Where is it? It's where you can see them pretty easily. Mehakson, Chumpon, Hoi Ka Kang, which has a lot of animals in it. Let's see here. Queetbury. That's what it is. Queetbury. That is the place. What I don't like is the monkeys. I can't stand monkeys. They've gotten on my nerves more and more. I've been around them a little bit more than I used to be when I was younger, and I don't like them. They're irritating little creatures. But the elephants are different. Most of the time you leave the elephants alone, they're going to leave you alone. They're not going to bother you. However, you can go to Prachuap Khiri Khan, you can go to that province and go to Kuitburi National Park. You can go to Kang Krachan National Park, which has just about every kind of animal that you want to see there, even tigers. They have tigers there. That is the highest population of tigers. I think that's where it is in Kang Krachan. But I think you need a, let me see here, you need to have a guide to help, yeah, you need to pay for a guide. Or you need to go with a guide and pay for the journey in the truck or whatever. So, but that is something that you can do, and that's something I've been thinking about doing. I'd like to go and I'd really like to go and check out the elephants. I don't know, but not elephants in a sanctuary. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see them in a sanctuary. You know, it doesn't do anything for me. Oh, you get to wash the elephants. Okay, well, that's great. I don't want to wash the elephants. I want to see them out in the wild. That's really what it comes down to. I want to see them in the wild. And there are plenty of animals to see here. You can, I mean, monkeys, they're a dime a dozen. You can see monkeys just about everywhere in Thailand. Of course, there are the beautiful beaches that you can go to, and I haven't gone to all the beaches, and there are still some beaches that I want to go to, and some islands that I want to go to, some island beaches that I want to go to, that I want to go check out. Yeah, there are some places that I want to go, and I've been thinking about it, and the thing is, I'm waiting for my wife because we have a couple of we have some rooms. We have a room in Krabi. I think for two or three nights we have that, and we also have one in Kwachang. And those are nice, and I've been to some nice beaches, but they're not the beaches really. I mean, I've been to Kosaboya. I don't know how it is now, but I went with my wife years ago to Kosaboya. And most people don't know about it. It's near Krabi. If you look up Siboya, Saboya, that's the place. And we went there. We rented out a room for a bungalow for 500 baht a night, and it was very nice. We had it all to ourselves. There was probably, I don't know, 50 people on the whole island. So there weren't many people around most of the time. I think when we were sitting out in our bungalow, we might have seen 2 or 3 people walk by in the whole time that we were there. So there's that. But that is a place, I don't think we'll go there again, because it was a kind of place where we went. They didn't have Wi-Fi. I don't know if you can use your 4G, 5G now. I don't know if it works there. I don't know if they have Wi-Fi there now. I don't know. I haven't been there in 25 years or something like that. But that place was very nice, and that's the sort of place that I'm looking for. An island that almost nobody knows about. And the only reason I know about it is because I stumbled upon it, and there were some people that told me about it, and it's great, and oh, you got to go to this place. It's so fantastic. There's like one post somewhere hidden, and I found it. Gennaro, stop speaking in Spanish. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell's your problem? I mean, we don't need to speak in Spanish here. This is not a Spanish stream. This is a Thai stream. And you don't need to speak in Thai either. Do you understand? Amigo? Jesus Christ. What don't you understand about that? Thailand is smack dab in the middle of everything. 3 hours to Hong Kong, 2 hours to Singapore, 4 hours to Bali. But Bali is a little bit expensive to get there. It's about 20,000 baht to get to Bali. Halfway to Australia and Europe. Smack dab in the middle of everything. Yes, it is a good travel hub to get around, to go places. Yeah, it's a great place. I've seen pretty much all of Southeast Asia in my time here. I went everywhere I wanted to go in Southeast Asia. I'd like to spend a little more time in Bali, but you know, not a big deal. Or at least Indonesia. I'd like to spend some time in Indonesia. Maybe Malaysia, and you know, other than that, I don't know. I have to think about it. I really have to think where is the place in Thailand that I want to go? Does anybody know, where are you going to go? Why is it that you keep coming back? That's what I want to know. Inquiring minds would like to know. And, you know, you can say the food. I mean, the food is good here. It's very good. I cannot debate that. The food is very, very good here. Yeah, that's all I'll say. The food is really good here. You can eat, you can drink, you can do whatever you want here and have, you know, you can have inexpensive food. You can get your own food. You can have them make it up. You can have cheap fish. You can have whatever you want, you can have here in Thailand. And that's something else where some places are a little more difficult to get exactly what you want. They're a little difficult. So that's something that's really good. And, you know, if you want, you can go to one of the local markets. You go into the market, you buy a bunch of food. You walk up to somebody and you go, hey, will you cook this? You go up to one of the restaurants and they'll cook everything for you. You know, I mean, it'd be for a price, but it's relatively inexpensive. You know, I don't know if your Wi-Fi is bad or not, but it seems like the stream is quite strong right now, from what I know. You know, when you come here, if you want something like noodles, you want a bowl of noodles, whether it's wet or dry, you can have that all day long. I mean, I can walk across the street and get a bowl of noodles. It doesn't cost much. You know, it's 50, 60 baht. You get yourself a nice bowl of noodles. Yesterday I had some pad thai. That was 60 baht. 60 baht I had the special. I had the extra large with shrimp. Now it had 4 shrimp in it. Big shrimp. But it was 60 baht. So you want food, if Thailand is the place where you want to come to have food, then you can have it. Now, somebody like Dowlow, I don't know where Dowlow is, but somebody like Dowlow, maybe he's eating at home most of the time. Maybe he's going out with the wife and having some food with her. I don't know. I don't really know. All I know is that the food is one reason why people keep coming back here. So, all you other guys, I don't know what you want when you come here. I don't know what you want out of this place. I know what some people want, which is, oh, we want women. Okay. And once you get them, then what? Are they going to keep you here? If it's a good one, it will probably, she will probably keep you here. If it's ones that are not so good, they may not really be enough to pique your interest and to keep you here. After a while, you go, I think I'll take off and go somewhere else and check out some other nationality, you know. So I wouldn't say women. Women is not really a reason here to stay here. It may be a reason to come here. It's not a reason to stay here. And you won't see them on a list, although nightlife is a pretty good reason for people to come here. You want to come here and you want to party and you want to have a great time. Let's say you're going to move here, you're going to give yourself a month, and you end up staying here permanently, and the first month that you are here, you just party until you can't party anymore, and you have your way with however you want. You do your thing here, you have your fun, and then after that you get down to reality. That's what I would suggest. So there you go. That's another reason why some people come here. Also, it's very safe here. Thailand is a safe place for the most part. It's a relatively safe place, and you come here, you know you're going to be safe. You know you can walk out on the streets at night, and nobody's going to come after you and attack you. No, it's not going to happen because this place is relatively safe. Now, if you go to one of the tourist areas like Pattaya, you're in a red light district here in Bangkok, or a place where you're looking for trouble, you're going to find it. You will find it, and how much trouble you get into is up to you. But you can get in a lot of trouble here if you want to. I mean, there is a dark side to this place. We got to agree on that. There's a dark side to Thailand, a dark side to Bangkok, a dark side to just about everywhere you go. There is a dark side here. However, for the most part, the people are very friendly. They're smiling. They're polite, which I really like. I like the politeness. Even if you're not in a great mood, they're not in a fantastic mood. Most of the time, there will be that politeness between you, and that goes a long way here, being polite. So that's something else. What else? What else do we have here? Anybody else? Anybody want to say anything here? We got 17 people in the chat right now, and nobody's talking. They're just listening. Which I don't really, I'm not here for my own edification most of the time. Sometimes I come in and I just feel like talking, but I want to know what brings you here and what keeps you here. That's what I want to know. Okay, we've heard from a couple people, you get more bang for your buck here. Okay. You get more bang for your buck, and if you want the bang, there's plenty of that to go around. Whereas if you go to some other countries, it's not quite as prevalent. But that's not really enough to keep you here. So I'm interested in knowing what it is that keeps you here. For me, it's my kids, that they're in, Nicholas is in school. And if we leave, I don't really want to leave him behind. I think that, and I think, do I really want to leave him behind? Not really, to be honest. Okay, Tony, you're listening while at the gym. Well, that's good. So that's one reason why I stay here and I don't want to leave, because I don't want to leave my kids behind. Gennaro, are you not fucking listening? What did I say? This is the last time I'm going to tell you, and you're a moderator. I shouldn't have to tell you this stuff. Jesus Christ, man. Stop speaking in Spanish. This is the last time. Healthcare, girlfriend, cost of living, no political correctness. Those are pretty good reasons. Healthcare, the healthcare is very good here, and I didn't mention that. The healthcare is very good. The girlfriend, well, maybe she'll be your wife one day. Okay, girlfriend, that's a good reason to come here. And it's also, if you got everything else going on, it's a good reason to stay here. If you plan on being with her. I know guys who, they've been with their girl for 10 years, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to go back to the States. Is she coming with you? No. Why would I? Why would I bring her with me? I'm like, because you've been living with her for 10 years. No. I'm not bringing her with me. The cost of living, I've already said that, and that's something that, it's very good. And no political correctness. You know, I don't know what it's like to live in a place where you have to be politically correct, and I never will. I can tell you that because I won't live in a place where you have to be politically correct. And I think in the States, a lot of the time, people don't have to. Let me see here. People don't have to. They don't have to be in situations where, well, maybe if you're younger and you're at work and you've got some kind of a business, or you're in a business where you have to be that way, well then yeah, you're gonna have it, and you're gonna have to deal with it, and it sucks. And I don't want to be part of that, and that's why that is one good thing about. It's not only Thailand, but it's a lot of Southeast Asia. But in some places, I'd say, like maybe like in Singapore, you're going to have to be a little more politically correct. I don't know. I got to think about that a little bit. But yeah, those are pretty good reasons. And healthcare is another one that you can get some pretty good healthcare here. However, what I'll say about the healthcare is that over the last few years, I've seen the prices going up. The prices have been going up, and they're getting to the point where it's not all that much cheaper in some areas. I mean, I'm scared to go in now because every time I go in, it's going to cost me $150. I don't want to pay that for what? I got a cold. I got to pay $150. I don't want that, and I run the risk. For me, I run the risk if I go into one of these big hospitals around the area where they're going to charge me that. I go into a clinic, that's a little different. But I may not get the same level of care. So, you get what you pay for, but a lot of times you're going to get cheaper. Like I said, the prices are going up, and they've been going up, and they are allowed to charge you more than they are the Thais. So that's something else. Absolutely, but some Thais fall for that garbage. Yeah. Some Thais, they think, oh, it's so good. It's like, have you ever met a Thai person who they always want to go to the temple? They always want to wear the yellow shirt, the pink shirt, the purple shirt. They always have to be doing what is good for Thailand, what we think is great for Thailand. I don't like those kind of people. For me, I don't really want to hang out with them. I don't want to be their friends. I don't want to be their best, but I can, keep an arm's length with them. And it's not because I don't believe in people being religious or people backing the government or backing the country. What it is I think they get a little bit carried away with it. And that's no different than getting carried away with something in the U.S., whether you're a Democrat or Republican, whatever you are, and you're getting carried away with things. Why? For what? If you really break it down to this. What does it matter to me? What does it matter to us as a people? If you break that down, you will find that most things are not that important. They're not really all that important. Now, I would think about that. I would really think about that. Now, I talked about the safety. For some people, it's, I just want to be able to pay off the police. I can pay this, I can pay that, and I'm out of there, no problem. Everything's great. We're going to have a great time. And if I have to pay 500 or 1,000 bucks, okay. Well, it's good if you're, talking about a traffic ticket. You just give them 500 baht and the guy goes away. You paid the guy off, and that's the end of it. But when you get into a little more serious subject, it's not always great. I saw that the guy who was drinking, supposedly he was drinking tea, the cannabis tea. Then the owner said, no, he wasn't drinking cannabis tea. He said he wasn't drinking anything. Then he said he was drinking cappuccino, and it was a straight cappuccino, had no cannabis in it. and the guy ended up dying outside of, I guess, outside of his establishment, apparently from a heart attack. But they're not sure what's going on right now, and they haven't decided yet what they're going to do. And I want to see what happens with that, just because I think it doesn't really matter to me, because I don't really care. Does it really matter to me if some guy died outside of a cannabis shop that sells coffee? Does it really matter to me? And most of the time I say, no, it doesn't matter to me at all. Now, in this instance, it gives more ammunition to those people in the government who are looking to do away with cannabis. They'd love to do away with it. They'd love to, they'd love to be able to say, you don't need it. And to me, the people should be able to choose what they want, do what they want, and you shouldn't throw them in jail for 10 years or 20 years, whatever it is, because they were smoking a doobie. To me, that doesn't come across right. Fascinating, riveting. I'm glad you liked it, Gennaro. Thank you. So yeah, I don't think that should be up for grabs, and that's something that, they're really pushing that. And every instance where someone gets hurt, or they'll say, oh, he went to the emergency room because he had too much marijuana. Well, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But they're just looking for a reason. They will manufacture. There's fake news here, just like there's fake news back in the U.S. Okay? That's how it works. So if you want to stay here and to get away from fake news, it ain't going to happen. Because the news has always been fake here and there. Here and there, I would say back 40, 50 years ago, it wasn't fake news. It was news, and you would get the who, what, where, when, and why. You would get the facts, nothing but the facts. Now you're getting stories that parallel whatever agenda that channel wants to push, whether it's Thai or otherwise. I don't know. Whether it's CNN, Fox, whatever it may be, you're going to get it. So you can't really look at the news all the time and expect to get the news. You're going to get the story. So what does that mean to you? If you want news, go to TikTok. Ugh. No, I don't go to TikTok. I don't go to TikTok for anything. Nothing. I've never installed that app. I can't install it. I have not installed the app now. And I don't want TikTok. I don't care about TikTok. TikTok is, I don't want to get into it, but social media is something. And, if you look in Thailand, it doesn't matter if it's Thailand, the United States, Portugal, Ecuador, wherever it is, if you look around, people are looking at their phones. That's what they do. They love to look at their phones. And I understand it to some regard. I do understand a little bit. Oh, I've got to check my email. Oh, I just posted something. I want to see if so-and-so wrote me back. That kind of thing. I don't understand just sitting there all day long looking at your phone. It makes no sense to me. Well, that's probably a good thing for you. I don't think you need to look at TikTok. TikTok is not, no, it's not the greatest. That's just one thing. But neither is Facebook. Neither is Instagram. Neither are any of these. A video showed him lying on his back in the store, KO'd. Well, he's dead now. That guy is dead now. I don't understand how. Well, I understand that if you ingest weed or you smoke weed and you smoke too much of it and it's way too strong, there can be problems with it. Of course, I understand. But to kill somebody, for somebody to die from it, yeah, I don't know, man. I really have a hard time believing that. And it's just like with the COVID. Oh, he died from COVID. Most of the time, the person didn't die from COVID. He died from something else. And maybe he had COVID at the time. Or maybe people just assumed he had COVID. Yeah, exactly. He probably had a health problem that wasn't known, or maybe it was known, whatever it was. And whether he used or didn't use, wouldn't matter. He'd die anyway. And that's the thing about COVID too. I'm just so disgusted with COVID. And I go outside every day, almost every day I go out. To go to the grocery, to go to the market, to go to the food court, to get money from the ATM, whatever it may be. I go out almost every day. And what I can understand and what I see is the vast majority of people here in Thailand are still wearing masks. They are wearing them. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And if they want to wear their mask, fine. They're not giving me a hard time. I'm not giving them a hard time. It's fine. I don't mind it. But when are they going to stop? Were you meant to wear a mask when you're born? If it was Starbucks coffee, then I understand why he died. Listen, I'll be going to Starbucks on the 10th of August or whenever it opens up. I'll be going there. And, the thing is I went yesterday. I did shoot some video of what's happening in the mall and how I don't know what they're doing there. I really don't have an idea if they have a plan on what to do and how to put different shops in and where the shops are going to be. I don't know if they have that kind of thing going on right now. And I've tried to figure it out, but on the bottom floor, I looked around, they got all kinds of places. I never heard of them before. Never heard of them. I haven't seen them in other places, haven't seen them in other malls. And I'm wondering, why are they putting these? They put a Moss Burger almost right up in the front, right next to the door. I don't know why they have it there. I can't believe it's fantastic. I can't believe that it's that good. Now, maybe it is. Has anybody heard of it? I haven't heard of it. Well, I've heard of it, but I've never went in. I've never had it. I've never eaten there. Nothing. So I don't know what the deal is. But that's what's going on. They were wearing masks before COVID, so why do you even notice one way or the other? It's just another accessory like a hat. Well, I understand, because even though they were wearing masks before COVID hit, very few were wearing masks. They were wearing it to protect against pollution. Now they're not wearing it for any other reason. Maybe they're using it for pollution, but they're also using it for COVID. Oh! I don't understand why they wear their masks. I don't understand it. We don't. We don't here. Nobody does. When we go out, we don't wear a mask. I don't understand it. I sat on the Song Tao the other day, and there was about 12 people on the Song Tao. I was the only one not wearing a mask. That's why I notice. I go on a motorbike and the motorbike driver's wearing a mask. What are you wearing a mask for? I don't understand. I don't get it. And that's something that I guess you're going to have to, you have to get used to. I'm used to it. I am used to it. I just wonder why they're still doing it. I think it's kind of foolish, honestly. But, I would understand if you had some existing conditions, but let's look at it from a medical perspective. Do you really need it? No. Well, then why are you wearing it? Oh, because, I want safety. Okay, up to you. That's what I'll say. Up to you. You want to wear it? Go ahead, wear it. I'm not somebody who believes in all this hocus pocus. You know? And I think about what I was like at the very beginning, and I think about now, and I just go, all right, so that's them. It's going to remain them. It's not me. And for that, I am grateful. So, I got to continue to pound this in, but please smash that like button. I would appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button and also the join button, and check down below in the description for all the ways you can help support the channel. I gotta push that. I wonder why Tom doesn't trim the wipers. I don't know. I haven't seen Tom in quite some time. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to. I think he's kind of, hanging out with the wife, doing whatever he's got to do, whether it's here or, I know I think he's getting ready for another visa run. I think that's what he's doing. And when he goes away on a visa run, he's gone for, anywhere from a day to 3 or 4 days. But I'll get in touch with him pretty soon. I talked to Jono the other day. He's everybody, we lead boring lives here. It's boring here. We can put it that way if we want. I can say I'm going to go run down to some island somewhere. It's great. Once I get down to the island, I'll be like, I just want to chill out and relax here, put my feet in the sand. Or you can go out every night and you can go partying. I'm going to have a great time. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's that the younger people are having all the fun. The older people are chilling out with their feet up. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. But what I can tell you is most people are leading boring lives here. It's boring. I hate to put it that way. I hate to state the obvious. But for most people, I think about some things to talk about. Yeah, sometimes it's boring, sometimes it's interesting, whatever. I go away sometimes. Sometimes I have a great time. Sometimes I have an okay time. Sometimes not very often do I have a lousy time. But, maybe I just have, it was okay. I have that kind of a time. So you gotta figure out what you're gonna do. And, I've kind of figured it out for me, but like Jim, he goes away on road trips whenever he feels like it, or however, once a month or whatever it is. Jono plays golf. Most people who are here for a long period of time, they find a hobby and that's what they do. Or they go to the coffee shop. They go have themselves a coffee, relax, chill out, do whatever they do. Anyway, so I guess everybody's spoken about why they're coming here, why they're staying here, who they're coming for, what they're coming for, where they're coming. There are many reasons why people come to Thailand, and I have yet to come up with one main reason why. Other than perhaps the cost of living, there are some people that can't afford to go to more expensive places. And I'll tell you what, for the most part, I can't afford to go to Switzerland and live there for 6 months. I can't do it right now. I can't do it. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it. I can do it in Thailand. I could do it in Ecuador. I could do it in some places, but I can't do it in other places. So Thailand is an option. And the price, the cost of living, is something that factors in. I think that is one reason why people like the cost of living and they can afford it, so they come here. They don't want to go somewhere else where they're like, I don't know if I can afford it. That's why people aren't moving to Japan in droves. They don't want to live in Japan because it's going to be quite expensive. I can tell you, Alex got a hotel room, and what did it cost? Cost him about, let me think here, about $28 a night for this hotel. And it is a hotel that he has a tiny little room. It's about as big as a bed. That is his accommodation. Now, if you figure it out, if it's say $28 a night times 30, that's $840 a month. I think you can get it cheaper if you stay for a month, but all in all, it's still pretty expensive, you know. So unless you want to just stay in a place that's absolutely very, very tiny, to where you have room to move around in the sense that you can roll from one side of the bed to the other and put your feet down and get up and go outside. That's it. That's what you have in Japan. And for that reason, not only that, but also if you don't want to always be hunting for food that's cheap, you want to be able to go to a mid-range restaurant where the prices are. This is the average price in Japan. You're not going to go there and get a meal for $5. It's not going to happen. That's cheap. Whereas, like in Thailand, you can get a meal for $2, less than $2, $1.50. It's very cheap, and you are doing very well. Is he carrying around an empty water bottle? No, he's not doing that, because in Japan they have the wonderful Japanese toilets. So he doesn't need to carry that with him. He's set up there, man. He's having a good time. I mean, I was surprised. And he went out with Sam yesterday. I think they're probably sleeping right now. I don't know. He's probably asleep right now. They went out and went drinking last night. I think Sam, enticed him into having a few beers. But they went out to a couple different places, and they were messaging me and sending me photos and all kinds of things. And I think, he's having a great time there in Japan. And if you're going to go over there, you might as well have a good time. He's supposed to meet up with his friends, I think, today and tomorrow, and then like 2 days from now, or 3 days from now. He's meeting up with a bunch of his friends, his Japanese friends that he met when he was living here. And so he's got all kinds of friends over there from here. And he met with Sam, which was great, because Sam was very good to him, and took him under his wing, so to speak. Of course, they couldn't say enough good things about me, which, okay, thanks, great. So anyway, they're having a good time. He's having a good time. We're all having a good time. That's what we do here in Thailand. We have a good time. We're mellow. When we don't want to be mellow, we're not. We have a great time. And we do whatever we want. It's funny, Gennaro's not speaking anymore. I tell him he can't speak Spanish. He doesn't want to speak, and that's the thing. I don't want him speaking Spanish in the stream. Just speak English. Everybody here is English. We all speak English. This is an English-speaking chat. If I wanted to speak Thai, I would speak Thai. And if I wanted to speak Spanish, I would speak Spanish. Well, we don't need to do that. So, there you go. That's why he doesn't want to speak because he feels like he needs to speak in Spanish all the time. Then all the attention is on him, which, whatever. I don't care where the attention goes, but like, why? Because you're speaking in Spanish and nobody can understand what you're saying? We have to look at the sentence to determine what you're saying? It makes no sense. You know, I expect a little bit more from Gennaro. He's a moderator. I don't understand why he doesn't understand that. He should take it seriously, fairly seriously. Anyway, let me go on here. I think I got a little bit more, and then I'm done. If I can find it. Let's see here. I'm not sure if I lost this or not. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, there are places that you should see in Thailand if you're coming to Thailand. There are places you should see. Like, everybody should go to Chattachak once. Everybody should go to Pattaya once. Everybody should go to a Muay Thai event. I mean, if you like sports a little bit, go to a Muay Thai, go to a fight. Spend the money and go there. You'll have a good time. Go to Pattaya, at least once. Go up to Chiang Mai. Go down to Phuket. Go to a different island. There are places where you can go. The weather is another reason why people like Thailand. They like it because it's warm. It doesn't get overly cold. It's almost never really cold here. So I think that's something to think about. If you're living up in, somewhere cold, somewhere in the north, then you don't need, when you come here, you have yourself a good time. Something else I didn't really think about is the diving, the scuba diving, the snorkeling. You can do that here. You can go to the temples, which I personally think if you go to a temple and you go check it out and you spend an hour or two, that's usually enough. So I'm not real into the temples, but it's nice to go to one that's a little different. It's nice to go to one that's a little different. You can do all kinds of things. You can go rafting. You can go kayaking. You can go to the markets, to some festival. You can do, anything. I mean, there's a lot of festivals here. And it really depends on what you want to do and what kind of festival you want to go to. I don't go to a lot of festivals because I've been to most of them. I've been to, probably 30 or 40 festivals over time, and I don't really feel the need to continue to go. But every once in a while I go to one. The last one I think was the festival in the south of Thailand. I don't even remember what it was called. It was down in somewhere in the south. And they had all kinds of floats, and they had all kinds of floats, and I guess that's what it was they had floats. They had those kind of things. And they set that up. Other people like to come here because they get to hang out with other backpackers. Which, I guess if you're staying in like a hostel or a little hotel that is little guest house, something like that, it's a good place to exchange information, and it can help. I already talked about everything here, like places that you can go, or like Ayutthaya. You can go to Chattachak Market. You can go to Sukhothai. You want to go to places like that, you can. You want to go to the border, you can go to the border cities and have a great time. You want to go up the Mae Hong Son and see the people with the things around their neck, that's something else you can do. There's so many things to do. I guess that's what it is. Maybe if I was to narrow it down to one thing, I would say in Thailand there are so many things to do, you will probably never get tired. Well, you might after 30 years. because I really got to look for places that I want to go to. Um, yeah, I really got to look to figure out, well, where do I want to go? And that's just because I've been to a lot of places, and some places I've been, several times. I don't want to go to Phuket. Chiang Mai, I would go again, but I don't know where I would go. There was one place that I could go, and I think I know what the name of the place was. Should write it down here. I would probably go there, and I wouldn't go into. I would spend, one night in Chiang Mai, and then I would go to where I wanted to go, which is a place that not many people know, and it's not the places where I went before, Due Pui, and what was it? The place with all the flowers and everything. What was that place? I was editing the video the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but it was very nice. Monjam. Monjam. That's the name of it. That was another place. But I've been there probably 4 or 5 times now. So to go back there and go, let's go to Monjam again. It doesn't have quite the draw as it used to. There is one other place that I'd like to go in that area. And then I'd like to go up in the border. I'd like to go to Nan. I'd like a little bit to go to Pai, but not so much. Nan more so. And then, there's always islands that you can go to. You want to do stuff like that. There's always islands, and there are some islands I haven't been to that I want to go to, and that I will get to. But keep watching, and eventually I'll get there, just like I get to everywhere. I've been to a lot of places now, and most of the time I've live streamed them or made videos of the places. So anyway, I think that's about it. I don't know. If there's anybody else who has any, speak now or forever hold your peace. That's what I would say. Speak now or forever hold your place. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I think that's what it is. Tell me about what you love about Thailand, what keeps you coming here, or what keeps you here as an expat, why you love it. Is it the cost of living? Is it women? What is it? What keeps you here? Anyway, I think that's about it. I think we're done. Nobody wants to talk today. Not a lot of people in the stream for some reason. I don't know why. So maybe I won't stream for a while, just because we need to get our numbers back up to what they were before. They were 30, 40, 50, even 100 at times. Now, I'm looking today, it's 20 something, and now we're down to 15, 14, something like that. So it's not really enough. And then when people don't speak, it just makes me go, what am I going to do this for? Why do I need to do this? I'd rather just do a video, honestly. What else can I say? Anyway, that's all I have. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Remember to hit the freaking like button. Subscribe, join, look down in the description down below. See what you see down there. Go to AmericanInBangkok.com. Get one of my books. Get some of my merch. Whatever you want to do. It's all down in the description. And I guess that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right? Take it easy. And, I'll see you guys when I see you, whenever that is. All right? Ciao.